JSW Energy in focus after the power generation arm of JSW Group has raised its generation capacity target from 20 gigawatt to 30 gigawatt by 2029 or 30 or earlier. Before we speak to the management, my colleague Harsh caught up with Sharad Mahendra, MD and CEO of JSW Energy, which is the management incidentally, and hear out what he had to say.
This particular project, which we are now starting the construction work in the state of West Bengal, is a very significant step for us at JSW Energy, because this is the largest single investment in a greenfield project which we are going to do now in the history of this organization, which is 2 into 800 ultra supercritical thermal power plant which we are doing. And this we have seen, this is in line with the Government of India's announcement to ensure power reliability and reliable supply and ensure energy security that the Government of India announced some time back of 80 gigawatt thermal capacity addition by 2032. So this is a part of that strategy, and to be a part of this growth story for the country, we went through the competitive bidding process and we have been able to secure, and which we are setting up in West Bengal, for which the long-term PPA has already been signed with the state of West Bengal to ensure that the fast-growing needs of the state, where presently the per capita energy consumption is significantly lower than the country average. But yes, with the present focus of industrialization, urbanization, the service industry with the data centers and artificial intelligence, and the focus on textile industry, the power demand in the state is going to grow faster than the national average for next 10 years. So that is where, to ensure that the power deficit possible which is there is taken care of.
Point taken, sir. Sir, more so I want to understand what the opportunity size is like. So you've suggested how the opportunity size is large overall for the country as a whole. How much of this opportunity is JSW Energy going to take, or rather, what is the thought process? What's the goal like?
Yeah. See, as I told you that we have been maintaining, when we announced our strategy 2.0 of reaching 20 gigawatt by 30, our benchmark, which we have from the day one, which we have been maintaining, is 2/3 of green energy and 1/3 of fossil fuel. And in the current fiscal, which has just started, with the further capacity additions which are going to happen, including the RE platform of O2, which we have recently acquired in this month only, we will be definitely ending FY26 also with 2/3 of renewable energy and 1/3 of thermal. So two things which are very important in line with what the country needs are, that we all know that government has announced of energy security by 2047. Energy security means reliable, dependable power supply. So it is right now, it is only thermal. Going forward, maybe nuclear will also play a role, but it is slightly away. And also government's target, of which we have announced to be carbon neutral by 2070. So that is where the green energy, renewable energy, is going to play a role. So we are focusing on these two fronts, and as an opportunity in terms of energy security, reliable round-the-clock power in thermal space. And also in the renewable energy space, where we are seeing huge opportunities, which has resulted in building our portfolio of operational capacity plus capacity in hand at various stages. We are in excess of 30.2 gigawatt right now.
Point taken. Sir, this PPA, could you give us more details? Tenure, pricing, how is all of that playing out, if you can? Give us that perspective.
Yeah, see, the tenure of the PPA is 25 years. And in which the fuel security is there, because the Government of West Bengal has the allocation from the Ministry of Coal, from the mines. The mines were identified, and it was informed to all the bidders that which are the mines from which the coal is going to come. So all those things are secured for 25 years in terms of coal. And then based on the investments and all, tariff, because that this is in the public domain, so there is no point not sharing. But I will, before I share the number, I will just like to tell that this is a very, very great achievement by state of West Bengal, in terms of last 4 bids in recent months, which have come in the thermal space by various big states. This is the lowest tariff discovered by West Bengal. And the tariff, total tariff put together, including the fuel cost, which is anticipated from the mines which they have allocated, and the fixed cost, what we quoted, the total tariff is 5 rupees 41 paisa per unit at the state periphery unit. So, which is a very attractive tariff for a round-the-clock power.
Okay, so that's how pricing, etc., is stacking up. Now, sir, give us perspective. You've recently exceeded the 10 gigawatt capacity, and that was your target for FY25 end. You've exceeded that, and which is a key positive. And therefore, what are your targets like for FY26 and 27? How quickly do you get to the 20 gigawatt target? What's the kind of timeline and guideline for that?
Yeah. See, giving exact timeline is right now we are working on, but I can tell you that FY25, if we talk, we started the year with an operational capacity of 7.25 gigawatt, and we have added another 3.6 gigawatt in FY25 through organic and inorganic route both. And with the acquisition of O2 Power in April current year, in the current month, with an operational capacity of 1.3 gigawatt and portion of the capacity at advanced stage of commissioning, I can definitely say that total capacity addition through organic and inorganic. Inorganic has already happened, O2 Power, and organic, it will be significantly higher capacity addition than 3.6 gigawatt what we have added last fiscal in FY26. And so we are working on the exact numbers. So 20 gigawatt, definitely FY30 target is going to come forward by significantly earlier, maybe few years earlier. And we are working, and very, very soon we will be coming with our strategy 3.0 with revised number capacity addition and reaching a capacity number by FY30.
Okay. Now, in that sense, you've already put together the 1.8 gigawatts available from KSK Mahanadi, and that was swift on your part.
Yes.
What about O2? The 2.3 gigawatts, which is immediately available from O2, and then the 4.7, the larger capacity of O2. How quickly does that scale? Because that's the other acquisition you've made, and it's a large one.
Yeah. See, O2 as we acquired in the current month, in April, the operational capacity is 1.3 gigawatt. And by quarter end, by quarter one end, there will be significant addition. Maybe at various stages, we have just acquired the asset and we are working. Maybe it will be close to 2 gigawatt by June. So when we are talking 10.8 gigawatt closing capacity of FY25, today when we are talking, the operational capacity is 12.2 gigawatt, out of which 1.3 is O2, and some of our more greenfield capacities have got commissioned. And in the current quarter, we are also going to commission our hydro project greenfield of 240 megawatt, plus O2 capacity, plus more in wind and solar. So these capacity additions will, by quarter end, maybe in excess of 13 gigawatt will be the operational capacity. And in balance 9 months.
So by the end of Q1 FY26, you will be in surplus of 13 gigawatts. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, that is definite. Yes,
Okay.
that is definite. And O2 Power, total portfolio size is 4.7 gigawatt. And by year end, by FY26, based on the PPAs which are in hand and the project which are in various stages of execution, we will be in excess of 2.5 gigawatt operational capacity by March 26. And balance, based on the PPA timelines, entire portfolio will get commissioned before June 27.
Okay. So, June 2027, if I'm getting that right, and not Q1 FY27.
No, it can be in H1, you can say, based on the PPA timeline. Based on the PPA timeline.
Okay. Excellent. Understood, sir. Understood. How is, and therefore, if I were to slice and dice this, FY26, overall, where will you be at? You'll be, at the end of Q1, you'll be at 13 gigawatts. What will your full year FY26 aspiration be? And of course, just to kind of break it up, 2.5 gigawatts will be added from O2. out of which 1.2 is already operational, and KSK will be at 1.8, which is fully operational for now. So everything else will be greenfield, is what I understand.
Yes, exactly. Yes, yes. Even 1.3 is operational of O2. 1.2 also will be greenfield and balance from JSW Energy, JSW Neo platform of our renewable energy will be adding. So we are working on those numbers, but as I told, 3.6 gigawatt addition, which happened last year through organic and inorganic. This year it will be significantly more than 3.6 gigawatt, which gives an indicative number from 10.8 to whether it is 14, 15 to 16. These numbers we are working, but I'm sure it will be significantly more.
Understood. And FY26 and FY27, what is the aspiration in terms of adding capacity?
See, as I told you that with the order pipelines which we have, the PPAs which we have signed already, and in various solar and wind PPAs, the timelines are 18 months to 24 months, depending on the timelines.
Correct.
We will be executing those projects, and maybe in excess of about 8 gigawatt of PPAs which are there in hand. Maybe in next 18 to 24 months, we will be executing those.
Understood. So we are at the start of summer, and therefore demand is something that I'd like to understand from you. How you are seeing demand trends and pricing playing out, and you know, you've got a great ear to the ground, and therefore very relevant for us to get that perspective from you.
Yeah. See, definitely the projections which are there and the weather which is being experienced, when we have still not seen the real summer starting in north of India, the power demand, especially maybe last 3 weeks, have seen the demand driven from south and west of India. And with north now, the summers starting and the temperatures inching up, demand definitely is going to be significantly higher than what we have witnessed in previous year. That is what we are anticipating. And in terms of the tariffs, though I just to tell you that our very, very small number, barring our JSW Utkal unit in Odisha and a small portion in our Maharashtra unit and all, our overall portion of the open capacity is not very high. And our JSW Utkal plant, which is a 700 megawatt, is entirely merchant untied capacity, which is to an advantage because it is a domestic coal-based plant close to the mine where the fuel cost is low. And with the merchant prices moving up, demands going up, we see this as a positive for us as well as for the industry.
Okay. And sir, you know, you've kind of broken this down and told us that out of 20 gigawatts, 2/3 will be renewable. And therefore, battery storage will be a massive project for you. What's the kind of investment you're putting in, and what are the goals on the storage side of things? Because that will be crucial from a renewable energy perspective.
Very rightly said. Actually, energy storage is going to play a very, very important role for two reasons. Lot of thermal capacity addition for round-the-clock power is happening, but it takes its own time. Maybe 4 to 5 years, 6 years time to start to end, commission the project. And in the meantime, the way capacity addition in solar and wind is happening, solar especially, I think daytime power is increasing, but at the same time, it is resulting in instability of the grid also. It can, because grid capacity is limited, new transmission capacities are taking its own time. So for grid stability also, the storage is going to play a very important role in terms of discharge during off solar hours. So we are also we have been pursuing on this, and I'm happy to tell that in battery energy storage, we have already orders in hand for almost 3 gigawatt hour of storage capacities, which we are going to execute, which are coupled with solar. Solar during the daytime, charging the battery through solar during the daytime, and discharging the battery during off solar in the evening peak hours. That is one. In addition to that, but there are some challenges in battery energy storage for a really optimum value power, cost of power. 2 hours to 4 hours is the maximum continuous discharge. Beyond that, it starts becoming economically unviable. So Government of India also last year in the budget has focused on pump storage. So we are actively pursuing on that, and I'm happy to tell that the country is one of the largest battery and pump storage project, hydro pump storage, of 12 gigawatt hour, with 1500 megawatt capacity with 8 hours discharge. We have won the competitive bid and we have signed the power purchase agreement with the state of Maharashtra, and our project work has already started. So pump storage is going to play a key role, and battery energy storage also. So these two, along with wind and solar, is the future to provide a reliable and a higher percentage of renewable energy even during off solar and off wind hours.